You know, Imbecastry makes some pretty good stuff, so just put something on in the background. Give me something to focus on, I guess. That's buffering so much. Maybe I need to have like anxiety today. But it's okay. We're still gonna truck on and keep doing this. I'm just working on the plating at the moment. I can actually see I've kind of like messed up the sketch a little bit. So, you know what? I'm gonna do something about that. I'm gonna duplicate this. I am going to just, I don't know, pull it up a little bit. Maybe make it a bit smaller. How does that look? Yeah, that looks okay actually. It actually looks quite nice to have, to kind of break up the shapes a bit. And let's do that the same thing with this one here. So I'll loop cut the original paint layer. I'll duplicate it. Duplicate what's loop cutted. And then I'll just kind of pull it down a bit. Make it a bit smaller and then merge it back with the original paint. And then we'll just kind of like paint in the difference, right? Paint it. It's a World War II documentary about the road to World War II by Imbecastry. I like their stuff. It's good. Yeah, pretty interesting, eh? I like history and stuff like that. But yeah, I've actually added a texture layer here above. You can kind of see I've overlaid some textures to play around with. I do like what I've done with the skin. I've kind of got this kind of like alien skin texture, but as for the carapace bits, I do feel like it's maybe a bit too noisy. I'm not quite sure what to do with that just yet. So we'll just get there. But as for the skin, I like having these little, I don't know, kind of like hexagony, circly, grungy type texture, which I think looks pretty cool. So yeah, we'll just kind of chip away at it. You can see like the bigger picture up here in the little preview area, the preview box. But here, something I can actually see that I could have improved is having this kind of pattern here. So yeah, we'll kind of have this kind of, I don't know, overlaying pattern, as long as it makes sense. Because I think this part here is supposed to go down like that, but I didn't really convey that very well in the sketch. Kind of like that. And then we'll have this part come down like this. But yeah, man, I have like really bad anxiety today, out of nowhere. Still trying to like focus on what I gotta do though. You know, I've got this commission, so I'm just kind of chipping away at it. Do what I can, you know. But yeah, we'll kind of create this like overlapping, almost like an overlapping fabric type of look. Like that could actually be pulled down a bit more like that. Like that. And yeah, we'll just kind of make it a bit darker underneath. And then we'll just like kind of add this kind of like shadowy area underneath here. Does that work? You know what I'm thinking actually? I actually might change this a little bit, and I actually might merge these two layers, because I feel like having too much complexity would kind of take away from the feeling of this being like just a big brutish type creature. So what I'm going to do instead, I'm going to merge those two bits. Yeah, we'll merge those two bits like this, and maybe make it a little bit more. Wait a minute. Let's have a look. What I think. Okay, let's backtrack. Let's backtrack a little bit. These bits need to be merged. That's what needs to be merged. There we go. Now it looks more like its original self. I just feel like weird about this part. Like this part here. I feel weird about it. And I don't know why. Because I feel like, I don't know. Like there should be something going on there, you know? Unless I merged this. And just kind of have this thing going on like that. I guess that works. Yeah, because maybe there should be like a little bit of a gap there actually. Because it's like, how's this creature going to like lift its hand up otherwise? Kind of like that, maybe? Nah. Nah, that ain't it. It doesn't look good. Because I do also like that. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'll come back to that one. I'll have to think about it. Can you guys hear that? I'm listening to a history documentary in the background. You guys, there's like one person here. And I'm pretty sure that's me. I think that's just me, isn't it? Do I count as one person being here? I have no idea. Yeah, there it is. It's buffering. Does like to buffer, this does. Maybe if I put up a little sign right here, and I'm just like, I don't know, sign. We'll just put something up here, right? Oops, I didn't mean to push that button. I need to push this button. There we go, we'll just put it up here. Hopefully in a different layer. Paint. Painting a monster. Oops. No. You can just like see it up in the there we go, painting a monster. You can see it in the little navigator preview. Ah, man, I actually think that my phone, next we're going to focus on this, like, head carapace, right? Dust on my tablet screen. Okay. Yeah, something like this, because I want it to look kind of, I don't know, kind of like it blends into the skin, you know? Like we can kind of have these, like, I don't know, like a little pseudo area underneath. Like down here. There where it's kind of like blends into the skin, you know? I think that could look kind of good. Oh, man. It's one of those days, let me tell you. Okay, cool. We got some little whatchamacallums. Whatchamacallums. Like little wrinkly bits. Yeah, some like little wrinkly bits that come off from the carapace. Okay, that works. Just paint the monster. Okay, we're gonna go back to like the texture thing because I do actually like that. I like this texture. Like I was kind of gonna go for like this grunge ice thing, which I actually think would look really good in some parts of the skin, like around here. I think for this one I'd have to loop cut it. I'd have to loop cut like a little area like this, and then kind of like stamp the texture on top like that, and then like deselect, kind of like that. But we'll do that last. First we'll like sort out all the lighting and stuff, and then we'll do the textures last. Textures come last, but I do like to have just like a little bit of something to just to play around with. We can paint it over it. We can paint over it. That's all good. That's all good. How big should we make his eyes? I kind of like the idea of them being like tiny little like beads, you know? Because I feel like some of the most gruesome like predators, like a T-Rex, right, just have these beady little eyes that just kind of, you know, steer you down. Ugh, sleepy. It is a very sleepy day today. But yeah, man, I'm having like real bad anxiety today, like out of nowhere. So that's kind of like, I don't know, I just thought I'd come on stream maybe with like, I can just, I don't know, focus on the stream. Instead of focusing on whatever's like giving me anxiety, you know? Okay, nice. I feel like we're making some progress. So yeah, I really want to create this kind of like protruding rim type of look. Kind of like this. Oh, another thing I forgot to really focus on as well, which is something I should establish immediately, is a rim light. So I will like expand this further into, you know, the shape. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of focus on just making sure like I put some line there just to remind myself that it's there, you know. But yeah, I guess I actually am kind of like already kind of, yeah, building it into the general shape. Yeah, there we go. I just feel like it would just look so much better with a good old rim light, you know. So yeah, I'll just put, mostly I know this is not like good rim lighting practice, but I do want to just put a line there or something just to remind myself so that I don't forget. So definitely like gives it that 3D look, eh? Gives it a good old 3D look when you have that. Hi, buddy. What you doing? Yeah, we'll put a little bit of rim lighting up here as well. I'm kind of just assuming that you've got like a key light that is affecting this area, key light, and then you have a rim light that's like hitting here. And you know what we could do if the question is, I think if we did that, we'd maybe give it a different color, right? Give it a bit of a blue rim light or something. Do we want to give it a... Yeah, we could do. Yeah, we could do that. But I think it would maybe like a bit of sorry, I'm stuttering. Maybe a bit more of a turquoise color would be better. Kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah, I actually think this could benefit. And we probably should be a bit darker. I'm actually going to use a softer brush as well. There we go. Oh, that's too much. Yeah, it does make a difference, having rim lighting. I want to keep this part dark though, because I do like it. So, yeah, and that's more like a stylistic choice, that one. I'm actually just going to put on, I'll be right back. I'm just going to put on some lights or some rim lighting, which I think would be a great idea. Some rim lighting. Yep, add it to the little bits and places. And maybe to the side of the face as well. Actually, I'm going to go back to this more sharper brush. Just, you know, just to get... It doesn't make any sense. That was not a sentence that made any sense. Good God. I am terrible at doing two things at once. But that's okay. Okay, I'll just color pick from this little area that I have already. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of rim lighting on here. Yeah, something like... Okay. Looks like a very blunt tooth. Alright, we're getting there, we're getting there. Okay, what kind of brush should we use next? What kind of brushes do I have? I have this painty brush. Yeah, I feel like I want to get some paint textures on here. Paint textures on the painting. I just gotta let this brush load. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's get some brush textures on here. Like start painting with some brush textures so we can get the best of both worlds. We can refine our painting and also get some brush textures on here. Okay, we'll do the same with this and get that a little bit of, you know, some highlights on there. So we've got the key, you know, from the key lighting. And same with this area over here. We'll just make that brush a little bit smaller. And we'll just add a little highlight there. And add some highlights along the horn here. That's what we'll do. It's a good way to go about it. But yeah, I feel like this is a pretty straightforward painting. Nothing too complex here. We just want to make sure that we get the lighting and the textures looking good. That's the main point here. But the lighting is pretty straightforward. We have our key lighting. We have to give it a nice contour. And what we're going to do is we are going to play around with how deep the shadow should be. And I'm going to say I don't think it should be that deep. And I do still want to keep this kind of rim lighting on the edge here. But yeah, I want to keep those textures in here because that's really that is really what will bring this painting to life. I think everybody's kind of sick of hearing that phrase, right? Because it's like, I think like AI uses that phrase a lot. Bring it to life. Okay, also, probably should start refining around here. So I think it'd be kind of cool if we had some like wrinkles and stuff like that around the face. Because it does look kind of, I don't know, like plasticky. Like a toy, like this could be a toy or something, you know? So, yeah, we'll just sort out the main lighting and everything and just kind of tidy things up from the sketch phase. And then we'll add those wrinkles and stuff last. like so. And we should not forget the nostrils. Gotta have nostrils. Gotta be able to breathe. It's important. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. We are getting there. We're making progress. I actually think that this should be a little bit sharper. This cheek area. So we'll do that. And I think what would be really cool is if like this area here had some like light, like a shiny, scaly look. Kind of, you know, actually kind of like a bit of a shark. And that is not the right brush for that. What brush should we use for this? Maybe we'll use Grunge Delight. And actually, I want to make things way, like, oh, almost like fishy, you know? Almost like it's like a fish that's just come out of the water, and its skin, its scales are like all kind of, you know, got that kind of wet scale look. Yeah, something like that. Something like so. And do we want that to like blend into the skin? No, I think keeping it as a carapace, like a clear carapace, I think is good. But yeah, let's go back to Grunge Delight, because I do like this. I do like this textured brush quite a lot. But yeah, if you're just scrolling through, my name is Amanda, and I paint stuff, and I'm painting something right now. Yeah, right now I am painting a monster. But yeah, I definitely feel like this needs to have some more like wrinkles and stuff. It's almost like I'm thinking like the skin of like a rhino or an elephant mixed with like fish scales. Like that's kind of what I'm going for here. So I feel like having like a lot more like areas around here. Wrinkly, that's the word I'm thinking of. Streaming, painting, talking, all at the same time. A little bit difficult. Oh yeah, he has 2 pairs of eyes as well. So I kind of want to, you know, incorporate that. Anyway, let's have a look at the before and after. Yeah, there we go. We're making some nice little progress here. Making some nice little progress here we are. But yeah, we'll add some like some nice highlights along there as well. Beep, beep, beep. There we go. Add a little highlight there. Maybe with the Grunge Delight brush. Looking good, looking good. And yeah. Alright, now I have to think about how like his jaw kind of like intersects here, because this is kind of like a weird looking jaw here. Like it's cool, but I have to consider how it works. And I kind of think it would be interesting if it like went all the way back, so this thing can like really open its jaws and like take a good chunk, you know? But yeah, we'll get our handy dandy Grunge Delight brush. Add some little highlights there. Yeah, there's something that can look really effective is when you just have like really bright highlights, as opposed to when things are looking a little bit more dull, you know? You know, having those like really bright highlights. And actually I could do that over here too, just like the Grunge Delight brush. Just adds a little something something. It adds a little bit of a something something. It really does. But yeah, this area can be, oh, that's pretty much as bright as that gets, eh? And we do want to like keep the bluish there. The blue look. But yeah, basically what I'm thinking for like the carapace is like, rather than it being like an insectoidish, exoskeleton-y type thing, I'm thinking of keeping it like a like hardened skin that maybe has its own wrinkles. Maybe, I don't know. We'll try it out anyway. do like the Solid Snake thing where he just has like this on his bandana. Yeah, we gotta keep in mind that these areas here. Oh, cool! I like how I like that curve. Kind of makes his nostrils look menacing, if that's a thing. You know, if that's that's a thing that could happen. His nostrils look menacing. There we go. Should I add a little bit of Rimmel lighting to his fang here? A little bit hard because his fangs are already quite bright. I would actually need his fang to be a little bit less bright, I think. Something like so. His eyes are looking pretty hollow there. But that's okay, because he is supposed to look kind of evilly, this one. So, I think I'm going for the right look here. Yeah, something like that, eh? And should kind of like bring this down a bit, so it's a bit like this. Yeah, could add a bit of character. Could do. It means we'd have to add a little bit of a highlight just below the fang. Like so. Yeah, something like that, eh? Something like that. And it's kind of got this like, oh, sorry, upside down fin underneath his chin. We are getting there. Okay, before, after. Before, and after. Yeah, this carapace area, I'm not totally happy with it, not gonna lie. But that's okay, we're gonna get there. We will get there. But yeah, this area here needs a little bit more contour as well. Like we need to be able to clearly identify their dimensions. Like clearly see that this part is like a cheekbone that sticks out, for example. For example. Man, I really need faster internet, it seems. My stream keeps buffering. I just realized something. What on earth? Why have I given this guy 2 cheekbones? That's so random. I must have had a brain fart at some point during the sketch phase. Yeah, I totally did. I painted in the I like drew in the cheekbone and then I drew in the cheekbone a second time. Oh well, there you go. I had a bit of a brain fart. The more you know. My cat is making such cute noises. He's sleeping. I have like one of those cats that is like... This is buffering so much. Holy shit. I didn't realize how much it was buffering. But I am literally playing like a video on YouTube. I'm literally playing, like, there's so much stuff. Like, my internet is just like doing so much right now. You know what? Let's just turn that off, shall we? I feel like I need some white noise or something though. You know what? Here we goes. Here we go. Oh yeah, I probably should contour this horn here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll give it a little, like, almost like a contour around it with some wrinkles and things and little textures around the horn. We could also give it some okay, I think we need to make the part where it kind of like sticks out of the carapace maybe a little bit I don't know, like grungy, I guess, or clear, that there's something sticking out of it. Because I really want to avoid this painting looking plastic, you know? That's what I want to avoid here. Yeah, we're getting something like that is what I'm thinking. Okay, what other paintbrushes have we got? Let's go back to the white painterly brush. And yeah, we'll just mess around with that rim lighting a little bit. A bit like that. Make the brush a bit bigger. So I don't think I'm getting too much out of it at the moment. Why am I not getting much out of it? What is going on? What is going on here? Did I color mixing? Is it usually bigger or something? Oh yeah, it might be that. Oh, good jump. Okay, let's give this like a nice bright highlight. And yeah, this one gets like a nice blue highlight as well. Just like dab some textures in here. Like so. I'm just kind of like dab some of these, dab some of the brush on, dab some of the paint on, you know, bit by bit. So we get that nice textured appearance, rather than, you know, having entire strokes of paint. What is going on here? Is that not supposed to be on? Like, I think I've messed up this brush somehow. I think I pushed a button. I think I accidentally pushed a button and I changed like the properties of the brush. Whoops. Nice, looking good. Oops, shit, wasn't supposed to push that button. Alright, that's what we got so far. Yeah, I'm not too sure about the room here. I think I kind of overdid it over here in this area. Yeah, I think I kind of overdid it here. Okay, we're just going to dab the paint little bit by little bit. Kind of like this. And yeah, I think like for today we're just going to try get like those main details down, and then we'll do the final polish maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I'm well, thank you. Yep, I'm nice and warm. Okay. Alright, I totally forgot about a second cheekbone. Also, don't even forget about all the bioluminescent stuff as well. Oh, I hear the microwave is about to start. That means that the internet is about to conk out for a bit. So that's fun, huh? That's okay, it happens. Okay, we're gonna add some of those, like, you know, contours around the horn. Is that maybe? Okay, I think I'm gonna get off stream. I'm actually really not feeling that well.